because I was trying to set myself apart. Second reason, and more practical reason, was I had all this hair.
Bobby played his guitar on the hard side of town
Back then. And I thought, well, now, why in the hell would I want to cover all that up?
where it's hard for a poor boy to find the money.
Everyone thinks Travis Tritt has it all. Fame, Grammys, and millions of fans singing along every time he sings. But behind the guitar and the rugged exterior of the Southern rebel, there is a soul that has been shattered by loneliness. At 61, in the Georgia Prairie, Travis no longer chases the spotlight. He slows down, lives with horses, and listens to the southern wind, a place that has brought back memories he'd tried to forget for decades. Some say he fled Nashville. Some say he's disappointed with the world of showbiz. But the truth is, Travis Tritt has never left music. He is just finding its soul again. This is not a story about fame. This is the journey of a man who once reached the top, then returned to find true peace, where weeds grow around his porch and the sound of his guitar lingers on a Georgia afternoon. But the truth behind his peace is much deeper than anyone imagined.
Travis Tritt was born in 1963 in Marietta, Georgia, a small southern town where church bells echoed over cotton fields and factory smoke. His parents, Harold and Gwen Tritt, worked hard just to get by. Life was simple but tough, the kind of childhood that teaches you endurance before it teaches you dreams. From a young age, Travis was different. While other boys chased baseballs, he strummed an old guitar his father bought at a pawn shop. Music wasn't something he learned in school. It was born in church pews, in gospel choirs, where faith and melody blended into something sacred. But his home life cracked early. When his parents separated, Travis was only 10. He spent hours behind the horse barn singing to no one, songs that sounded more like prayers. For him, music became a shelter, not a hobby. That loneliness shaped him. He grew restless, rebellious, never one to follow rules. He dropped out of school, took factory jobs, and sang in smoky Georgia bars, surrounded by people who had lost their dreams but still sang about freedom. Southern rock wasn't just a genre to Travis. It was a heartbeat, the voice of misfits who refused to surrender. And long before fame found him, Travis Tritt had already become one of them.
In the early 1980s, Travis left Marietta for Nashville, the city of broken dreams and a few lucky miracles. He carried a cheap guitar, a few original songs, and the naive belief that music could save him. But Nashville wasn't waiting for him. He worked as an electrician by day, sang in bars by night, the kind of bars where no one remembered your name. He once said, "I wasn't sure if I wanted to be a star or just be heard." Then, fate intervened. A Warner Brothers producer heard him perform Country Club at a local show. The song, playful but raw, caught Nashville's attention. By 1989, Travis Tritt signed his first record deal. Within a year, his debut album Country Club made him a rising star. But it was his attitude that set him apart. While others chased clean-cut Nashville trends, Travis showed up with long hair, ripped jeans, and a Les Paul guitar. He blended Southern rock with country, and the result was explosive. In 1991, It's All About to Change went multi-platinum, earning him Grammys and a loyal following. But amid the screaming crowds and flashing lights, Travis kept one ritual: driving back to his Georgia ranch after every tour, sitting alone under the stars, trying to remember why he started singing in the first place. Because even at the height of fame, Travis Tritt never truly felt like he belonged there.
By the mid-1990s, Travis Tritt was unstoppable. Tours sold out, his name shining on every country chart. But behind the scenes, the silence after the applause grew deafening. He drank more, slept less. The road that once gave him freedom now felt like a cage. He once confessed, "When the lights go out, the quiet scares me more than anything." Then the industry changed. Nashville turned slick, polished, craving safe commercial country. Travis refused to bend. He argued with producers, rejected image makeovers, and soon became labeled difficult. The same defiance that built his career began to destroy it. In 2000, tragedy struck. A close friend died in a car crash. The loss sent Travis spiraling into depression. He stopped touring, turned down offers, and disappeared from the spotlight. Fans wondered if he had quit for good, but the truth was quieter, sadder. He was just trying to save what little was left of himself. As the new generation of country stars rose, the world moved on. Yet for Travis, leaving wasn't giving up. It was the only way to survive. He packed up, drove back to Georgia, and chose silence over applause.
One autumn evening in 2019, Travis Tritt stood alone in his backyard in Georgia. The stars were bright, and the night air carried the scent of pine and memory. He had performed before tens of thousands, but never felt as small or as free as he did that night. Years in the industry had left invisible scars. Friends drifted away, record labels moved on, and the stage, once his home, became a stranger. Then came the pandemic. Shows were canceled, crowds vanished, and for the first time in decades, there was only silence. In that silence, he realized something profound. The very thing that once saved him was now suffocating him. One morning, he stepped outside and saw his horses running through the misty prairie. For the first time in a long while, he smiled. Music had never left him. It had simply been waiting for him to return on his own terms. Now he sings in his living room instead of arenas. He trades the blinding stage lights for the soft glow of Georgia sunsets. He isn't a star anymore. He's Travis Tritt, a man who finally found peace in the sound of wind and the whisper of grass. There were no tears, no applause, just the quiet rebirth of a soul that had finally learned how to rest.
Today, when people speak of Travis Tritt, they don't just remember the raspy voice behind "It's a Great Day to Be Alive" or the fire of his Southern rock anthems. They remember a man who stayed true to himself, even when the world wanted him to change. From his small ranch in Georgia, Travis still writes. Occasionally, he posts videos online. Just him, a guitar, and his voice. No filters, no polish, just truth. Fans call him the last real Southern rebel. But Travis shrugs that off. "I was never trying to be a rebel. I just didn't want to pretend." At 61, he no longer chases fame. He's lived, he's lost, and he's finally found peace, right where it all began, among the prairies of Georgia, where the wind hums old songs and freedom still has a heartbeat. Maybe true freedom isn't found under the spotlight, but in the quiet moments when you finally stop pretending and start living.